Sarvasyati Hari Devi Narayani Namostute Kali Kali Mahakali Kali Ke Papadini Dharmakam Prati Devi Narayani Namostute Kali Kali Mahakali Kali Ke Papadini.
My name's Draupadi, and this is the most beautiful project. It's the Soulfire Heart Centre, and it's on the side of Glastonbury Tor, where all the priestesses would have done their holy work hundreds of years ago in the time of Arthur, the pagan times. And I've been guided to rekindle that by creating this women's community here on the side of Glastonbury Tor. I've done a lot of things in my life. Massage, healing of all different types, which I still do. But I had a very difficult time when I was younger. I was adopted at 6 weeks old, and I went to a convent, which I found incredibly challenging. It was a very academic convent, and reading and writing and these things were not really, they didn't flow with me, and I was told that I was dyslexic and lazy and all these things. So school for me was like torture, really. I was eventually thrown out of the convent. I was expelled at 13. And then I was just really trying to find my tribe. And at the time, the Hells Angels were the kind of modern day pirates. And so I kind of got involved with the Hells Angels and got into quite a bit of trouble with the police. And then discovered drugs, basically. And so I had a very long journey with heroin addiction and alcoholism. And I'd stop for a little while, but somehow it almost felt not in my power. It almost felt like a karmic debt that I had to pay. So life was very, very difficult. And with the heroin, I found that it was a way that I could build a wall around my heart, because I felt that my heart was just so broken. That I didn't have to feel anymore. It was the best anaesthetic. But I just felt that I had all these gifts to offer the world, and I didn't know how to go on. And I just felt that I might as well not be here. I might as well just die, because everything was just too painful. My life was just too painful. And so I actually prayed. I remember really clearly, I was walking down the high street here in Glastonbury, and I just said to God, to Krishna, look, I've had enough. I can't do this anymore. You might as well just take me now. And the next thing I knew, a really good friend of mine who's a shaman, who's been with the 12 steps with Narcotics Anonymous, just reached out from nowhere and grabbed me and said, and something just shifted. It was like a miracle had happened, and I haven't touched heroin since then. My life now is the most amazing life that I could imagine, really. I live with some sisters in a community that I was inspired to create, partly because of the house that we live in, which is directly on the side of Glastonbury Tor, and I believe that that's where the priestesses would have lived thousands of years ago in the time of Arthur and pagan times. And to me it just felt very important to have a place where women can feel safe and really grow close and bond with each other and have processes together and support each other in our spiritual transformation. Avalon is the land of the goddess. It's very connected with Bridie and with the Lady of Avalon, and there's a huge goddess movement here, but there, as to my knowledge, has not been an actual community of women living together and working together and supporting each other in our spiritual practices. And so that seemed to be what the requirements were, and that was the reason why I was allowed to move into that house. You know, the centre is not exclusive to women by any means. It's a women's community where women hold the space, but we have brothers that come and stay there, and the whole dedication really is to healing the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And as women, we've, you know, in this time we've had to become very strong because of all the centuries of oppression, and the balance is tilted a little bit, that we've perhaps become a little bit too fearsome and a bit too strong, and the men are a little bit afraid of us and they don't quite know how to serve us and we don't know how to serve them. So that's really the essence of the centre, is to reclaim our gentle, yielding nature with our intrinsic wisdom that we have, and to learn how to honour our brothers, and then in return it'll be like a quantum leap, then that, you know, they will know how to be around us if we can really be women in every sense of the word. So we don't advertise ourselves, but somehow miraculously the people that are meant to hear about it and turn up just by absolute chance. And people just come by word of mouth. You know, I never know who's going to come and who isn't, and it's very interesting and very lovely. We have fire ceremonies there. We just celebrated 9 days with the Navaratri, and we also do a daily puja outside at the earth altar. We have a 100-year-old yurt from Afghanistan, which is our temple, and we hold ceremonies there, and so I'm trying to bring back the ancient ways of worshipping the Earth Mother and worshipping the divine, and the divine within each other. I have people all the time that come up to me in the street and, you know, thank us for being there, because we hold a strong energy there, and it actually, the energy that we hold runs through the ley lines around the whole planet. So when we pray and when we do puja, that positive energy runs everywhere. And I spend a lot of time, you know, supporting people in the community and being there for people. That's very important to me, is to always be available and open and there when I'm needed. The situation is, I rent the house and the landlord is really looking to sell. And so we have limited time there. He wants £450,000 for it, and it's unique. There's nowhere else like it that's in that place on the tour, with ley lines that cross through the altar and the temple. And so I'm hoping to make a proposal that then can then be sent to as many people as possible that will help us raise the funds so that we can secure the place and run it like as a charitable trust, and perhaps build a couple of little eco buildings, because sometimes too many people come and we haven't got room for them all. So it would be lovely to have a couple of little, beautiful little outbuildings so that more people can come and take advantage of the space.
The work she's doing is so important for women that have problems. They come along and it helps them to communicate with their inner selves. That's the most important thing. And I know a lot of people have come away very refreshed and feeling so much better and so much on a level with themselves, having found out things they had inside they didn't even know. That's the most amazing thing.
For me, the centre is utterly imperative, really. It's a way of women actually uniting and feeling a sense of purpose, a sense of how that loving femininity, what that can bring to society and to the communities we're all living in. For me, that centre is utterly crucial, and I really hope that other people feel the same way about it too, if they visited it and knew and understood what it's trying to give to women and through women to society. I don't think anybody would hesitate to give her the support she needs.
I believe in magic, and I believe in miracles, and I believe that if we live our life in accordance with the divine,